Welcome to episode 252 of OTD, your daily dose of soccer history by 17 Laws Guy. It's July 10, and today we are cheating slightly, because this is 1 day, 2 years, 2 players. July 10, 2016, Cristiano Ronaldo wins his first major international trophy. Portugal beat France in the Euro final. And July 10, 2021, Lionel Messi wins his first senior international trophy. Argentina beat Brazil in the Copa América final. Same date, 5 years apart. Two of the greatest players football has ever seen. Two careers already overflowing with goals, records, Ballon d'Or, Champions Leagues, league titles, impossible numbers and impossible standards. And yet, for years, the same accusations followed them both. But what have you done for your country? On July 10, in 2 different years, 5 years apart, both finally answered. But how did we get here? Start with the rivalry. Messi and Ronaldo became the defining football argument of the modern era. Barcelona and Real Madrid, La Liga, Champions League, El Clásico, the Ballon d'Or, Messi's left foot and low center of gravity genius, Ronaldo's athletic will, movement, aerial power, and finishing obsession. For almost a decade in Spain, they turned every season into a private duel staged in public. But international football refused to obey them, and that mattered because club greatness and national team greatness are judged differently. At club level, they could shape the calendar. At international level, they were trapped inside shorter tournaments, weaker margins, injuries, federation chaos, and the emotional weight of countries that needed them to be more than footballers. For Ronaldo, the heartbreak starts early. Euro 2004, Portugal host. Ronaldo is still a teenager. Figo, Deco, Rui Costa, Maniche, Ricardo Carvalho. Portugal have a golden generation and home advantage. Then Greece beat them in the final, and Ronaldo cries. In 2006, Portugal reached the World Cup semi-final, then lose to France. In 2012, they lose the European Championship semi-final to Spain on penalties. Ronaldo is due to take the fifth kick, but he never gets the chance. In 2014, Portugal go out in the World Cup group stage, and yet he keeps carrying the shirt. Now, Euro 2016. Portugal do not look like champions. They draw 1-1 with Iceland, draw 0-0 with Austria, and Ronaldo missing a penalty. They draw 3-3 with Hungary, Ronaldo scoring twice. They qualify third in the group without winning a match. And then they grind. Croatia in the last 16. Ricardo Quaresma scores late in extra time. Poland in the quarterfinal, 1-1, Portugal win on penalties. Wales in the semi-final. Ronaldo rises and scores. Nani adds another. Portugal win 2-0. Now the final. July 10, 2016, Stade de France. Portugal against the hosts, France. And after 8 minutes, Dimitri Payet crashes into Ronaldo. Ronaldo tries to continue. He goes off and comes back on. His knee is bandaged. He tries again, but he can't. So 25th minute, Ronaldo sits down. Tears. Stretcher. Ricardo Quaresma comes on. The night that is supposed to be his crowning becomes the night Ronaldo has to watch. France push. Moussa Sissoko drives forward. Griezmann threatens. Gignac hits the post in stoppage time. But Portugal survive, and into extra time we go. Rafael Guerreiro hits the bar from a free kick. And then, 109th minute, Éder receives the ball, holds off Laurent Koscielny, moves forward, shoots from distance, low, hard, past Hugo Lloris. Portugal 1, France 0. Ronaldo, half injured, half assistant coach, is on the touchline, urging, shouting, suffering. Final whistle, Portugal are European champions. Ronaldo has his first major international trophy. Not the way anyone wrote it, but perhaps more powerful because of that. He couldn't win it by scoring, so Portugal won it for him, with him, around him, because the team had learned how to suffer. Now Messi. His path is even longer. Messi had won with Argentina before, but not at senior level. Under 20 World Cup in 2005, Olympic gold in 2008. Those matter, but they didn't silence the argument. At senior level, the burden grows. Copa América 2007, Argentina lose the final to Brazil. World Cup 2014, Argentina reached the final at the Maracanã. Germany win in extra time. Copa América 2015, Argentina lose the final to Chile on penalties. Copa América Centenario in 2016, Argentina lose another final to Chile on penalties. Messi misses his kick. Afterward, he says the national team is over for him. But he returns. Because, of course, he returns. But the almost man label stays. Too talented not to win. Too Argentine not to be compared with Maradona. Too great for every loss to be forgiven. By 2021, Messi is 34. Argentina have not won a major senior title since 1993. Lionel Scaloni is the coach. At first treated almost like a temporary solution, then slowly, quietly, building a real team. Emiliano Martinez in goal. Otamendi and Romero. De Paul, Paredes, Di María, Lautaro Martinez, and Messi. Still the center, but no longer alone in the same way. Argentina's Copa América starts with a 1-1 draw against Chile, then wins over Uruguay and Paraguay, then Bolivia, then Ecuador in the quarterfinal, then Colombia in the semifinal, where Emi Martinez turns the penalty shootout into theater and Argentina survive. Now July 10, 2021, Maracanã, Brazil against Argentina, Neymar against Messi, Brazil at home. A stadium with limited attendance because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but still a Maracanã. 22nd minute. Rodrigo de Paul sees Ángel Di María. Long pass. Renan Lodi misjudges it. Di María lifts the ball over Ederson. Argentina 1, Brazil 0. It is a beautiful, delicate goal in a final that otherwise becomes tense, stop-start, physical and nervous. Brazil press. Neymar tries to break the match open. Messi has a late chance and slips, but Argentina hold. Final whistle. Messi drops. Then the Argentina players run to him, not just to celebrate with him, but to celebrate him. The dam breaks. Argentina have won the Copa América, their first major senior title in 28 years, Messi's first senior international trophy, and they win it at the Maracanã against Brazil. That detail matters, because football loves cruelty and poetry in equal measure. But so what? July 10 changes the emotional biographies of both players. Ronaldo in 2016 is no longer the great Portuguese player who lost the home final in 2004. Now he is the captain of the team that won Portugal's first major trophy. And Portugal built from there. In 2019, they win the first UEFA Nations League, beating the Netherlands in the final. Ronaldo's international career continues into his 40s, but the World Cup never comes. As we record this in 2026, he has confirmed this was his last World Cup after Portugal's elimination against Spain. So Euro 2016 remains unique, his one major European championship, the trophy that changed the argument. For Messi, 2021 is not the end. It is the release. Argentina then beat Italy 3-0 in the Finalissima in 2022. Then Qatar, World Cup 2022. Messi scores twice in the final against France. Argentina win on penalties. The missing piece becomes the defining piece. Then Copa América 2024. Messi is injured in the final, leaves in tears, and Argentina still beat Colombia through Lautaro Martinez. And now, as this episode goes out, Argentina is still alive at the 2026 World Cup, preparing for Switzerland in the quarterfinal tomorrow. Messi, nearly 40, and still being asked to end history. The rivalry looks different after both July 10s. For years, the debate was almost mathematically exhausting. Goals, assists, Ballon d'Or, Champions Leagues, league titles, knockout goals, free kicks, hat-tricks. But national team trophies gave them rivalry a different shape. Ronaldo got there first at senior level. Messi went further later. Ronaldo, Euro 2016 and Nations League 2019. Messi, Copa América 2021, Finalissima 2022, World Cup 2022, and Copa América 2024. You can still argue about who was greater. Football fans will do that until the sun burns out. But July 10 made the argument less cruel. It removed the laziest objection from both careers. We should appreciate how often they actually met. Messi and Ronaldo played against each other 37 times. Most of it was club football. Barcelona against Real Madrid, Barcelona against Manchester United, Barcelona against Juventus, PSG against the Riyadh select team. They've also played against each other twice in full senior internationals. First meeting came in February 2011, Argentina against Portugal in Geneva. And wonderfully, both scored. Ronaldo equalized, but Messi won it late from the penalty spot. Argentina 2, Portugal won. That is the miniature version of the whole rivalry, both on the score sheet. One more argument, one more memory. They also both scored in other head-to-head matches. The 2012 Clásico at the Camp Nou, the 2018 Clásico, and the 2023 Riyadh exhibition. But the 2011 international friendly is special because it put the two national shirts in the same frame. Argentina, Portugal, Messi, Ronaldo, both goals. That almost never happened. And that is the final point. We are near the end now. Ronaldo is 41, Messi is 39. Both have stretched athletic time further than seemed reasonable. Both have changed what longevity looks like for attacking players. Both have turned decline into something delayed, negotiated, resisted. Maybe this 2026 World Cup is the last tournament where we could still see both in the same international summer. Maybe we already have. That is why July 10 is a good day to stop counting for a moment and just appreciate the symmetry. Cristiano Ronaldo crying on the grass in Saint-Denis, then lifting the trophy. Lionel Messi dropping to the grass at the Maracanã, then being buried by teammates. Two men who had already conquered club football. Two men who had been told their countries were the missing line. Both finding the answers on the same date. Before we go, 3 things to take away from July 10. First, Ronaldo's Euro 2016 triumph was not made smaller by his injury. It was made stranger and more emotional. Portugal won without their captain on the pitch, but very much with him in the story. Second, Messi's Copa América 2021 triumph broke more than a drought. It broke the idea that Argentina's failures were somehow proof against his greatness. Third, the Messi-Ronaldo rivalry was never only about numbers. It was also about pressure, timing, national longing, and the rare cruelty of being so great that even winning almost everything was not enough. On this day in 2016, Cristiano Ronaldo won his first major international trophy with Portugal. And on this day in 2021, Lionel Messi won his first senior international trophy with Argentina. 2 July 10s, 2 releases, 2 careers that finally had an answer for the same question. That is all for episode 252 of OTD, your daily dose of soccer history by a 17-laws guy. I have a favor to ask of you. Please rate the show 5 stars so it can keep climbing the charts and we can welcome new listeners to OTD. Tomorrow, go to July 11, 2010, Johannesburg, Spain against the Netherlands, the reigning European champions, the 3-time World Cup finalists, and the night Spain won its first and still only World Cup. See you then.